Greetings, everyone. How you guys doing tonight? Oh no, give me 1 second, guys. Hey, my Renaissance grandma, how you doing? Give me 1 second, okay? 1 second. All right, all right. Welcome, everyone. How you guys doing? Thank you guys for being here. How you guys doing? All right, guys. How you guys doing? I hope you guys having a wonderful week. I hope everything going good with each and every one. I hope you guys had a wonderful weekend. How you doing, Jones Shoot 67? How you doing? How you doing, Remerson Grandma? How you guys doing? Hope you guys had an awesome week. All right. Hey, Sissy, Texas Garden, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on, guys? Happy gardening to each and every one of you. Shout out to all the hardworking people who actually putting in the work and doing what they have to do or what they needed to get done is very important. Procrastinating is not an option in these days. These days, you just got to get up. Okay, busy week. All right. Busy week, but I'm good. Wonderful, wonderful. Busy, but you good. That's wonderful. At least you're doing what you needed to get done and you're getting it done. That's wonderful. And that's the thing. When we have stuff to do, sometimes we sit back and we procrastinate and we say, oh, I'm going to do that next week. Oh, I'm going to start it, next month. Guys, listen to me. Time is short and time is precious. Time is short and time is precious. Make use of the time you have because sometimes times just open up for us, for us to use it and do what we need to get done because sometimes that time never come back. Sometimes that time never come back. And sometimes when times open up that space for us to do what we need to do, we need to make use of it. Because I'm telling you, sometimes it never come back. Or sometimes you even try to do it and it just can't work. So sometimes we miss out on a lot of opportunity because we're not doing what we need to do. Opportunity come by, do not hesitate. Take the ability, use the opportunity, do what you got to do. Time is getting short. Okay. Beautiful morning. Oh, yes. Beautiful morning. 66 degrees. That ain't too hot. And it surely ain't too cold. So that's some nice weather for you, Sissy, down in Texas. I could imagine. I could imagine how you was in that garden this morning trying to plan and do what you got to do. That's the thing. Do what you got to do when you have the time. Like now, if we are gardeners and we've been struggling for months that we cannot grow anything, right? We've been struggling. We could not wait for the last frost to come that we could actually go outside and grow something. Now the time is here. We only have a short growing season. Why should you procrastinate? Why should you even try to put it off? Get outside. Wake up in the morning before the sun starts shining. If you home, get outside and plant something. If you walk in and you got to come home at an evening when the sun down, get outside and plant something. Even if 2 plants you plant a day is going to benefit you. Get outside, chuck something in the soil, get them going. If you're home at the weekend, spend a little time and take care of them. All right? 75 degrees. Oh, wow. That's well, it's a little high, but it's walkable, especially if you have a little breeze blowing in between. That's awesome. That's pretty good weather compared to 29 degrees or compared to 90 degrees. That's beautiful weather. But yes, we stop the procrastinating. It really don't get us nowhere. And you guys see the topic today. What is stopping you from get what you need done? What is stopping you? Because sometimes we have things to do. We have things to do and we sit down. We sit down knowing that we have stuff to do, but we will sit down there all day. Or we might be on our phone, or we might be on the computer, or we might be talking to a friend, but we actually not doing what we need to be done. What is really stopping us? What is really stopping you from doing what you need to be done, even though you know it's something you got to get done, even though you know it's so important? What is stopping you? I'm trying to figure out, is it a mindset? Is it where the mind situate that, you know what I'm saying, you allowing certain thing to control you, that you don't see the need, that this thing is important, that you need to get up and get it done? I'm just trying to figure out. Because I know people like this. Oh, I got to get this done. And then you sit down there and you just there, knowing you have to get this done. This is so important to you, but yet you still not doing it. What is happening? I understand everybody is not the same. I really do. I understand everybody is not the same and everybody mindset is not the same place. I understand that. But guys, we have to break out of these things, because we're not going to get nothing done if we just sit back and procrastinate, and if we just sit back knowing we have things to get done and just sit back like nothing. You see? And then when we have children watching our pattern, then they want to come and do the same thing. So to me, I think we need to, if you actually having important thing to do and not doing it, you got to break out of that cycle. There's no way you cannot have important thing to do and not getting it done. So I'm just saying, I want you to think about it. If anyone going through this situation, I'm not saying this is for everyone. This is just for the people who actually going through the situation where they have important things that definitely need attention, and sit down there and allow the last minute to come. And then when the last minute come, then you rush in everywhere trying to find this piece of paper, trying to find that, when you could have get it done ahead of time. I don't know. Maybe some people love to wait on last minute, or maybe some people more organized and like to put things in place that they could, I believe in organizing, because When you organize, it become easier for you. It take a strain from you. Because, for instance, if you know you have an appointment for next month. Say you have an appointment for next month and you got to walk with a certain type of paper, whatever you got to walk with. If you start preparing them within that month, within that time, on that day, you know what you will be doing on that day? You will be just relaxing, take up your paper, and just walk and go where you got to do. So your mind at ease. You see what I'm saying? But when you're not organized and you're waiting for that last day, then yes, you will be scrambling, missing paper, can't find paper. Then when you get to the place, they ask you, oh, did you get such and such paper? And you dig into, oh no, you see what I'm saying? No, you could lose an opportunity because they're not going to be wasting time with you. What they're going to do, they're going to call someone else because you ain't ready. So by not being prepared could make you lose opportunity. All right? Hey, Big Dog Philly or G, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? So I'm just saying, is it something that blocking us from doing the things we need to do? Is it a mind thing? Or is it, what is it? I really would like to know, because the honest truth is with me, I don't like to procrastinate. If I want to get something done, I'm going and get it done. But I know people who procrastinate a lot. They will procrastinate to the last minute. You see, so I'm just saying, what is blocking you from doing the things you need? I'm not saying want to get done, need to get done. What is blocking you? Hey, the everyday life of an Osides check. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Listening while okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Big Dog Philly, man. I appreciate each and every one of you here today. Thank you guys for coming out. Just even to spend the time to, hear me out, at least hear what I'm saying. But it's an interesting topic because a lot of people fall into this, into this area. Plenty of people fall into this area where sorry for that, guys. Plenty of people fall into this area where they allow, sometimes, I know it's okay. Sometimes your mind yourself could hold in some space and really hold you back. You see what I'm saying? But sometimes you got to break loose of that. You see, sometimes you sitting down. You might be sitting down. You sitting down just like this. You might be in your porch. You might be in your yard. You might be in your living room. You might be wherever. And you know that you have things to get done. You know that you have things to get done, but you sit right there. Sometimes, I'm telling you, sometimes you got to just break loose, shake yourself, and just jump up. I'm telling you. Sometimes you have to just break loose and jump up and just move. Because if you try to think, sometimes you sit right there and then move. Oh man, I'm feeling tired. This is the vibes. This is the energy blowing through the thoughts, the negative thoughts that keep coming, even though you know you got something to do. Man, I feel tired today. You know what? I just want to do it tomorrow. You know what? Maybe next week. This is the time you have all the opportunity in the world while you're sitting. You don't know how next week gonna turn out. Maybe by the time next week, I don't know. You ever supposed to go somewhere and you expect to meet a certain person at the location, and when you get there, another person start doing the job. So the person move to a different location, and the person who now you go is a new person. No, this new person, this older person already know you. So certain things you could have gone, oh, I forgot this, and they was okay, it's all right, because they know you. The new person now, because of time, you see what I'm saying? Because of switch time, you dealing with somebody different now. Now you got to go back home, search for all these papers because this person they know you. So sometimes when these opportunities come and the space come and the time come, you got to make use of it. Sometimes you feel like something is holding you down, but sometimes you got to just jump up. Sometimes you have to just jump up. Don't let the thoughts control you. Don't let the negative thoughts start coming through your mind and control you, because you're not going to move. So sometimes you got to just close everything and just jump up and go do what you got to do. Okay? What is holding you back from doing what you need to be done? I'm asking this question because if anyone in here that have this situation where they feel like, damn, this is true, this is for real, I mean, you got to start looking to certain things. You see what I'm saying? The thoughts. There's negative thoughts and positive thoughts that come true, that come towards you. And it's up to you is which one you allow to manifest and take over. You could allow the negative thoughts to take you over, or you could allow the positive thoughts to take you over. But when you start hearing, if you know you have something to do, and there's a thought that keep telling you, man, you could do that next week. But you know what? Two thoughts always float around. One will say, man, you could do that next week. And there's one saying, man, just get up and go do what you got to do. But most of the time, we hold on to the one that's saying, because of the feelings, because of our feelings at the time, we hold on to the one that's saying, man, leave that till next week. Because we agree with these thoughts because we don't want to get up. But sometimes you got to force yourself. Sometimes we got to force ourselves and get up and make moves. You ever had something to do and you there sitting and you battling with these two thoughts? One saying, man, do that next week. One saying, get up and go do what you got to do. And then you follow the one that say, get up and go do what you got to do. And your day was so beautiful. Everything was just going so smooth because it's the right time. Sometimes we procrastinate on the right time, the season. Remember, there's a time and season for everything. Sometimes we procrastinate on that right time and season and lose out. Yeah, many times we lose because of procrastinating. And then when we try to do it the next time, is all kind of stone block, is all kind of road block, because it's not the time. So utilize the opportunities that come to you. Utilize the opportunity that comes to you. It's so important. Procrastinating make us lose out a lot. We miss a lot of opportunity by procrastinating, by sitting down, by Oh, I'm going to do it next week. Oh, I'm going to do it tomorrow. You know, let me just draw like a reference in my garden. I have some big trees, some big plants. They are, I can't remember the name, but they almost look like some tamale or something so. Close to tomatoes. And something was telling me you need to tie up them plant. And because they're tall, you need to brace them up. And I get up. I was sitting. Hey, executive session, how you doing? Thank you for being here. I was sitting and something tell me, get up, put a stake in the ground and brace the plants them, tie the plants them to the stake. And I get up and I go outside and I put the stake in the ground and I tie the plants them around. I stake them up and tie them up to the stake. The night, which was last night, rain fall like crazy. You see what I'm saying? Rain was falling like crazy. If I didn't stake up them thing, I would have come meet their limb pop because the tree them is so huge. I would have, so that's just a simple demonstration of how things does happen sometimes. If I did say, man, I'll do that tomorrow, I might have get up and go outside and meet the limbs them pop on the ground. So sometimes the procrastinating could really mess us up. I don't know. I'm going to drop the link, but it's got to be on topic. If anyone want to come and share this information, why are you not doing things you need to get done, not want? What is holding you back? What is stopping you from actually doing things you need? You know it's important. You know it's for your family. You know. But you just sitting and not doing anything about it. Yes. I'm going to drop it. Guys, give me 1 second, all right? All right. Sorry for that, guys. Sorry for that. Yes. So I want to know if there's anyone having this situation, and we could talk about it. We could definitely talk about it. Having stuff that need to get done, but allow the negative thought to keep us sitting. All right? I'm going to drop the link. We're going to keep it. If anyone want to come and talk about that for a minute, because, you know, we're trying to uplift people and try to help people however we can, because, I mean, people is actually going through these things study. People is actually going to places where they just can't function to get stuff done because they allow the negative to tell them, oh, do it next week, or do it. And then sometimes the people you associate yourself with sometimes also could have a big effect on you. Big effect on you. That's why they always say, hang with people, like-minded people who you could trust and who you can rely on. Okay? I'm doing everything I need to do with my finance means. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I like that, Miss, my Renaissance grandma. I love that. You should. But you know what I'm saying? You should. And then at the same time, you know how to twist and how to turn and how to pay the bills and how to shop for this. That's wonderful. And utilizing your finance is very important as well, because many people, the finance, they might have access to the finance, but how to utilize the finance. You walk in, how to utilize the finance, how to pay the bills, how to pay the bills, and also save something at the same time. You see, like for instance, thank you for mentioning that, my Renaissance grandma. Like for instance, there's people who actually walk in and have the ability to save a few dollars and just won't do it, even though it's needed, even though they have their family, and you got to put something aside in case they cannot save a dime. It's like an addiction to some people. Cannot save a dime. Some people walk in and really cannot save because the money they make is just barely able to walk around the house and pay the bills and do what you need done. So some people it's very difficult, very, very difficult. But there's people who actually making enough to manage their home and put something aside and just can't do it. What is causing that? What is the problem? Why? Why would you put something aside if you can, after having a family and have a lifestyle, bills? If you cannot, I understand. But when you can, why? What is stopping you? This is serious, man. This is really serious. People is actually battling with this situation today. Actually battling, cannot save, even though they make enough to fight to their family living, finance their home and everything. And what's left? They find something to do to finish that instead of putting it aside. What is causing that? It is a mind thing where the mind, okay, I'm going to drop the link. If anyone want to come up and share something about that, okay. Okay, if anyone feel like elaborating on this situation more, I will love to hear, because people actually struggling with this thing right now. People struggling with many things right now. But what is stopping us from doing the thing you need to be done? Maybe you might have an addiction. What is stopping you from saying, I'm done with this and move on? I'm not doing it no more. What is stopping that situation? What is stopping you from able to save some money, and something is just saying, man, just go down and go shopping? What caused these things? Because these are real issues that going on today. Real issues that people actually dealing with today, where they just can't just get up and say, all right, I'm not going to do this no more, move on. It's overpower. You know, it's come to a place where it's like it's overpowering you yourself. I think we have the ability to overpower stuff instead of allow things to overpower us. I think we have the ability. We should be able to walk away from something if we don't think is something good for us. We're supposed to. But what is keeping? What is causing us to hold on to these things, even though we see they destroying us? And we need to leave it alone or leave them alone. Even bad friends. Sometimes you have negative friends. They does nothing for your life but cause heartache, the negativity, never have nothing good to say. But at the same time, you might still find yourself can't move away from that person. What is causing you to just say, I'm not dealing with this anymore? Why would you keep dealing with the same person that have nothing good to say about you, have nothing good? Everything they talk is negativity. Everything you try to do, they try to pull you down, but pull you right back down. What is keeping you? Still can't move away from that person. I'm just saying, is it a mind thing? Is it a place where the mind resign? Is, I know they say, so shall a man think, so shall he be. So if you catch yourself thinking in the gutter, I mean, think about that. So I'm just saying, what is causing us, what is blocking us from doing the things we need, not want, need to get done? I really think it's important. And yes, plenty people is dealing with this situation today. And I do believe there should be a place for these people to get help. You know, somewhere they can get help. Because sometimes you never know. These people might want, they might want to. It's like the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. You know, the spirit willing to walk away, but the flesh is still holding on. What is causing these type of situation? Why people can't just walk away from things that they know is like no good for them? What is that problem? So this is a topic I'm hoping that could reach people that who actually struggling through this situation today, where they they cannot just they allow their thoughts, especially the negative thoughts, to just overpower them. I think you should be the person who balance the two thoughts. You should be the person who balance them. The one who say, okay, because I know everybody here. Hey, Urban Garden, how you doing? Thank you for being here. One. Nothing, no. Oh, really? Wow. That's what has gone on, man. People don't get notified. Yes. So when I look at it, I look at it as we should be able to balance these two energy, these two thoughts that always come in. You sit in here, you know you have something to do, but something is telling you, or you could do it tomorrow. Something is telling you, man, just get up and get it done. Get up and get it done. And something is telling you, do that tomorrow, man. You ain't got to worry about that. Then you go, your friends invite you somewhere. Someone invite you somewhere. And what happened is something is telling you, don't go anywhere. And something is telling you, then go ahead, go have fun. And something is telling you, do not go. Something is saying, then go and have fun. You're the one supposed to decide who you following, which one you following. Which one of these thoughts you listening to? Should you go and have fun, or you shouldn't go at all? Should you go and have fun, or shouldn't go at all? So in our daily life, these things appear. Two thoughts always come to you on every situation. Exactly. Which voice? Yes, yes, yes. You got to, is which one you decide to follow. You got to know which one to follow, because the feelings, you the one, because remember, you the one have to, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you feel why you don't need to go. Sometimes you feel it, but you still allow the other man go and have fun. You still overlook it. But you already feel why you should not go to that party. So it's always two. But it's you have to decide. This is life itself. This is our daily life on a regular. Sometimes people call me before. Hey, Clipty, how you doing? Thank you for being here. No. People call me and ask me. They have two jobs opportunity. They was looking for jobs. They couldn't find any job. They couldn't find a job. But two jobs appear at the same time. Right? Two jobs appear at the same time. No, they're stuck in the middle. Which one? And when they call me and ask me, so which one you think I should? I say, you got to go with your feelings. I can't tell you which one. You got to go with your feelings. I don't want to tell you this one. And then when you go, you may be like, and then you blame me. So go with your guts feeling. Go with your feelings. Which one? Maybe go home and meditate. Instead of asking questions, maybe go home, sit down, meditate for a moment, and you're going to feel which one you need, which one you might need to go to. But at the end of the day, it's always two. You always have to make a decision in anything. If you want to do a garden, you have to make a decision whether I'm doing a garden or I'm not. So our life is based on making decisions. It's either we do or we don't. But it's up to us to make the right decision. And sometimes you feel it. You feel. Sometimes you feel when you're making the wrong decision. And you feel when you're making the right decision. This is why it's important to be entwined with yourself. Know yourself. This is why they always say, know thyself. Before you try to get to know other people, know yourself first. So when things appear, you will know how to deal with situation because you know yourself. Know thyself. Walk on yourself. Learn about yourself before you try to learn about other people. Because many times what we do, we so focus on out there and not ourselves. And we losing because we're not putting our energy towards us to try to figure out ourselves and who we really are and what we're capable of. Some of us is genius. Some of us is scientists. Not because you didn't go to college. Don't get it twisted. Some of us is architect. Some of us is entrepreneur, but we lose out because we're not focusing on ourselves to see what we're capable of. We studying out there and the distraction that's out there. You see? Know thyself. Know what is best for you. You can't ask somebody out there what is best for you. You have to know what is best for you. Don't you know? Don't you have to know how hot you could drink your tea? Don't you have to know how sweet? You see what I'm saying? You want your stuff? It's you. And then you got to know, too much sugar. This is the next thing again, guys. This is why in tuning with yourself is important. Because your body give you signals. Your body give you signals. And your body will let you know you're not eating healthy. It will make you know that. But this is another way again of not doing the things we need to do to get done. What is blocking us? Because even though you know a certain food you eat is affecting your health, you would not stop. You see? I see people with diabetes, real diabetes, where their foot swell and they eat, they want pizza. They still want pizza after what is taking place. You see? So what is causing this? Knowing that you need to stop eat certain food, but you still eat, you still eating it anyway. Okay. Dealing with yourself is important. Yes, it is important. It's something you're supposed to know. You're supposed to be in tune with yourself. You're supposed to know yourself. You should be so in tune with yourself that once you eat something, the effect it gives your body, you know you don't need to put that down your stomach anymore. That's how. But we focus on the distraction and not ourselves. There's a lot of distraction going on today. Everywhere, on the internet, on the street, wherever you look. Big distraction. And we're so in tune with the distraction and losing out on our own self. Listen to your body. Our bodies talk to us. Definitely. Yes. Yes, your bodies. Listen to me. Be in tune with yourself. You see, when we say your body talk to you, some people might believe we're saying a voice, like how I'm talking here, like your body gonna be speaking to you. No, it's a signal. It gives signal and feelings. You're dealing with signal and feelings. Something ain't right. You know, eat a piece of pizza, and the way it feel, it almost make you want to chop. It tells you you don't need that in your stomach. You know, eat some fried chicken, and you know the way it make your stomach feel. You already know. I'm not eating fried chicken, but what people do, they continue. They go again. But your body, when you're in tune with your body and so pay attention to what you eat, it's expose everything. Sometimes the smell of it make you don't want to eat it. Just smelling it. Hello, Container, my God, and how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? Yes, guys, so it's all about being yourself, loving yourself, be in tune with yourself, pay attention to the signal your body gives you. Pay attention to the feelings you receive from the food, because food is something supposed to strengthen you and make you feel good, make you feel strong. When you eat a nice piece of food, it make you feel good. The taste is wonderful, and the food make you feel good, not to make you feel sick or you feel like throw up. If you feel like throw up, then why are you even thinking about eating that again? But guess what? Some of us still go back and eat that same food. So, what is causing us to not doing the things we need to do? Something have to affecting us. Why we can't just walk around and say no, or why we just can't get up sometimes and just do things. Sometimes we have dreams. We have dreams, right? We want to own this, we want to do this, we want to do that, we want to do this, we want to go vacation, we want to do this, but at the same time, we ain't doing nothing to make it happen. Just sit down, a bag of talking. What is the action? Get up, start putting some money aside, start putting things in place, start doing things that are going to create that space for you. But if you sit down and just people really believe sitting down and just talking things into action ain't gonna happen. Give me 1 second, guys. Yes, talking thing no, you got to get up and you got to walk and put things in place for things to happen. You got to get up, put things in place for things to happen. You ain't gonna just babble and stuff start fly out the sky. You got to put in the work. Okay. Some of us don't sit still long enough to listen to our body signal. That is true. That is so true. Don't take the time out. Some of us don't even want to be by ourselves. You know what? People believe if you by yourself sometimes is a bad thing. No. Sometimes by you by yourself, use that time, that opportunity, and find yourself, because that's how you're going to find yourself without the distraction. So sometimes make these time where you by yourself. Sometimes create this space where you by yourself, because this is how you're going to find yourself, because now you're by yourself, no distraction. All these distraction is what taking us from ourselves. All these distractions. So what we do, self-time is very important. Hey, Juicy and Jay, how you doing? Thank you for being here, man. What's up? It's habit to continue doing what you have always done. Yes, it's definitely a habit. It has to be a habit, especially even though you know it's not doing any good for you. Even though you know it's not doing any good for you, it is a habit. But how do we break out these habits? What is keeping us into these habits, even though we know they're not doing any good for us? Hey, Goody Som said, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What is actually keeping us? My thing is, I don't know for everybody, but my thing is, I love to meditate and I love to seek myself. I've been doing this for a long time. Focus on myself and see what I need to work on. And this is where a lot of people need to do. Focus on you and see the things you need to work on. And leave the distraction alone. Because the distraction really is to distract you from yourself. The distraction, you hear what it named? Distraction. To take you away from yourself, from you focusing on yourself, it takes you away. It takes you away. I believe in, can't tell everybody what to do, but to me, it works pretty well. When you get in tune with yourself, you start to pay attention to the thing you eat, you start to be disciplined. You got to put discipline in place and you got to use them. Whatever you put in place, because you got to remember, this is your life. Distraction lead to that. Definitely. Juicing with G. Come to it. Oh, thank you, Godin. Home said, thank you. Yes. Listen me, guys. It's really thing out here, man. It's really thing, because when I look at it, listen me, guys. Try this for a month. Who ain't doing it as yet? Who, if anybody doing this, looking into the self, and thumbs up to you, you're doing something positive. But for the people who actually not doing this thing, try put something in place. Discipline. This is your life. You have to design your life. Regardless of what other things people say and what you hear, you got to design your life. You got to live this life. You got to know you got to understand there's something set up that any mistake you make, it's like you walking on a thin line like this. You walk in a thin line on this, and there's a big shark at the bottom with its mouth open up like this, just waiting for you to make a slip. That's all it takes. All it takes is a slip off that line, and you fall into that mouth of that shark, and your life could be over. You see what I'm saying? So now, you got to set up discipline, patience in your life. And you got to walk towards, it's a thin line you're walking on. You're walking on eggshell in this wall. Any mistake you make, you have problems. So you got to design your road. You got to design the road you want to walk and the journey you want to take, because you already know. So this is why when you're sitting on your thin line, you need to be focusing on you so that you won't make no mistake and fall off this line. Get to know yourself. Get to know the food that can heal your body. Get to know the food you don't need to eat. Get to know the things you need to put around your plant and the things you don't need to. Look, while you're eating, when you eat something, look at the effect after. Check out the effect after. I now eat this bowl of food. What have this bowl of food done to me? Did it make me feel better? Did it make me feel worse? You see what I'm saying? These are the things. This is how much you got to pay attention to yourself. But the distraction is what takes us away from ourselves. And it is a problem. It's really a problem. Because many of us don't know ourselves because of distraction. We don't know ourselves. We don't know what food works for our body. We don't know what food heals our body. We're just eating. You got to pay attention and decide what you're eating. If you're eating food and you're not feeling any better, then you need to change your diet because it's just not working. The food we eat is something should be healing our body, not making us sick or making us feel worse. Sometimes there's food, sometimes you eat certain food, and 2 hours after, you're hungry again. You're ready to go again. But most of these food is not the food you actually cook. Most of these food is food you buy. Oh, you check what I'm saying? This is why I don't eat out. I don't eat out. Because I want to know what I'm eating. Let me close my door. Okay. Yes, these are the things I pay attention to. I know it's a difficult journey. I do know that. I know it's a journey where it's hard to just break out of your comfort zone and just start making rapid change. I know it's a difficult journey. I know it's very hard to do something like that. That you are accustomed eating pork, beef, and just get up tomorrow and say, okay, I'm not eating no pork and no beef no more. It's hard to do that. But you know what? Discipline. Put it in place that, guess what? I'm not going to be eating no more meat. I'm done with that. And just focus on it and work on it. I'm not going to be using sugar anymore. That's another mind thing. I'm not going to be using sugar anymore. But can you maintain that? Yes, if you really put your mind to it, yes, you can. Because even though we know the damage these things cause, we still got to go and buy it and use it. Even though we know, we conscious, we know what they're doing, but at the same time, we still get up and go and buy them and use them on a regular as well. We more drawn to the things that damage us more than the things that help us. And that is crazy. That is backward as hell. How could we more drawn to the things that damage us than the things that actually help us? I think I have an idea, but I'm going to leave you guys to think about that. I'm going to leave you guys to think about that. How we so drawn to the destructive more than the things that can actually help us. What is really going on? We kind of, well, I can't say the wall because the wall is just a wall where we live. But what is so happening where we more focusing on the, we so conscious and understand the harm that certain things do to us, but we still go out and buy them and feed ourselves with them and feed our children with them, even though we know what could happen. So like the topic say again, what is keeping us from actually doing the things we need to do? Not the things we want to do. Need, that means something you should in the first place be doing. What is keeping us from that? Hey, Gina versus Gina, how you doing? Yes, guys. So yes, guys, I hope this topic was a topic that can really relate to people who might hear this video, because this is a really serious topic. is really serious, because people is actually battling with this situation on the regular. We mightn't hear about, but we see it every day. But we mightn't be hearing about it much. But people actually battling with this situation on the regular, where we know things ain't good for us, but we still buy them and we still use them on the regular. What are we going to do to change this? My thing is, get to know yourself, be more conscious of yourself, be more entwined with yourself, be more conscious of the food you eat, learn about food that can help heal your body instead of destroy your body. And as if you're growing food, try to grow food that can actually heal you. You see? Try to eliminate a lot of stuff you put around your plants. Guys, you could grow healthy, beautiful plants without using these things. My garden is a living proof of these things. You don't have to. A lot of these things create disease, sickness, because it's actually going into the food. Don't think it's just going around the root and the plant. It's actually going through the food into the fruits as well. So if you, as a person doing food in your backyard or in your balcony or in the container or in a raised bed, wherever, you can do it without using so much different things. Listen me, I hear about so much things. I'm not even interested. I'm not lying. I'm not even interested. I don't even want to hear, because let me tell you something. Let me tell you something about the mind as well. You could say, all right, I'm not eating no meat. Right? You could say that. But you could be watching a person grilling their meat, and they're telling you, oh man, this meat is so damn sweet. You know, they're grilling the pork and the whatever. And you know, oh man, this meat is real sweet. Next thing, you might catch yourself start grilling meat. You see what I'm saying? So the distraction is a problem. So this is why I try to stay away from the distraction and focus on what I want to do. This is why I'm not interested in hearing about chemicals, wrong food. I'm not interested. It's a reason. Not that I'm telling people not to use their stuff. You could use what you want, but I'm not interested, because I don't want to ever tell myself I'm going on, oh yeah, let me go try this thing that I'm see they talking about, or it's trending. No, I'm not. I don't want that. This is why you got to be disciplined and focus with yourself in life in order to accomplish things. You want to own things, you have to have discipline. You have to understand, I got to save if I want to own things. It's not going to happen. Nobody going to blow it out the sky for you. You got to actually put in the actual work to get it done. Okay? Make your necessary move. Stay positive. There's always a negative, but try to focus on the positive at all time. Pay attention to your surrounding. Pay attention to the people you associate yourself with, because not everyone want to see you get anywhere. Even though they smile to you, that doesn't mean you and them hanging out and they like you. You see? Or they going party together. That doesn't mean they like you. You have to know, you're supposed to know if somebody like you or not. Not because they smile, and not because they talk nice to you mean they like you. You got to pay attention and know the energy, the vibes, their action. Because if you like somebody, the action gonna show. Even though they try hide it, it will reveal one day. So I just want to leave you guys with that message. And thank you guys again for coming out on this pop-up. This is just a pop-up. Don't forget, I go live every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And guys, don't forget, the Garden Challenge, the other update is on the 25th, and it's getting close. Next month is the end. All right, so after this update, then you only have 1 month to deal with, which is 2 more updates after this one. Just keep do what you're doing. I hope this Herb Garden Challenge has motivated people. I hope you guys have your herbs growing. I hope you're growing even more herbs than the challenge mentioned. Okay? Because it will be a wonderful thing. Because right now, all I'm drinking is herb tea. I ain't got to buy nothing. I'm just drinking fresh herbs every day. All right? So, all right, guys. Thanks again for coming out. Appreciate each and every one of you. Always stay positive. Always stay motivated. And pay attention to what affect you from achieving your goal. Pay attention to what distracting you from achieve your goal. And once you see that, you will know how to get around it. All right? So peace, love, and blessing to each and every one of you. You guys have a blessed and wonderful week. Thank you, guys.